Hello and welcome everybody to a brand new series. We are currently testing. As you can see, there's lots of things here, and yeah, basically can't redistribute for internal testing only, all those types of things for the brand new FTB Infinity 1.10.2 Modpack. Yes, indeed. This is part and parcel with the FTB One stream and recording server for testing the packs and getting everything ready to go. As you can see, I'm allowed to stream and record it, so we're good to go there. And that's exactly what we are going to do today. Now, quick couple disclaimers right off the get-go. The world may not last. We will see what happens there because, well, if things update and things don't work properly, then so be it. A couple other things. Mods are going to be changing from now until release. So if you're watching this video right at release, more than likely there's going to be things that have changed. This is the first time I'm logging in, just an FYI. There's probably going to be things that have changed. Simple as that. Equally, I'm doing testing. So, well, hello there. Hello. Hello, people. Beautiful people. Oh, my. And that's a dead grave already. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, oh, boy. Oh, boy, indeed. Okay. Yeah, so we are in the world here. There's quite a few people online, which is great. Hello. Hello, everybody. And quite the spawn. Very cold. I don't really have any ideas. We need to kind of play around a little bit and see what we can come up with for ideas. I believe Ghost from Texas is a streamer. You should probably check him out. Very good. Snowshock, T-Fox, of course. Great mod pack makers. Snowshock, for example, is the mod maker for Obscurity, if I'm not mistaken. So there you go. Anyways, I'm going to, I guess, explore around a little bit. We do have a rule on the FTB One server that we have to basically, well, take inventory. No, we have to go 400 blocks away from spawn. So if this is spawn, and I believe it's basically at 0, 0, so that's spawn. So we need to go at least 400 in any direction before we can settle and start doing things. And the reason that we do this is basically, as far as I'm aware, for chunk loading and stuff like that. Now, I'm not even sure what type of mods and stuff we have in here. Get out of here, bees. Nobody likes you. Nobody likes you, bees. It's fine. It's fine. Ooh, maybe we should do bees. What do you guys think of that? Wow. Look at this mountain. There's a little bit of screen tearing going on. Is that a witch hut right there? Wow. Okay. This seed is something. You know what? I think one of my video settings is wrong. Just off the top of my head. I'm pretty sure that is the case. I think map is off. Yeah. It does help for some people to have the map off. But for me, I don't find that it makes a difference. And sometimes you get some of that like screen tearing there. But I think it's designed to be off to help the lower end users. So I'm going to explore. This mountain is crazy. I wish I could build here, but we cannot because it's within the 400 blocks. So once I get out 400 blocks, we'll do some more exploring and see what we can find. Alright, so I cruised down from spawn and found a little glacier here, as well as this amazingly epic alpine. I think that's what it's called over here. Now, I'm not sure. Winter builds are kind of difficult. I'm not going to lie. We could do some sort of like a chalet or something like that. It's definitely too steep for, you know, like, oh, I don't know, like a ski hill or those styles of things, if you know what I mean. But it is pretty darn majestic overall. I really do like it. So I'm trying to wrap a few ideas around and try to figure out a few things overall. But yeah, this mountain range is just crazy. The other thing too is getting up there and down from there would not would not be easy in the slightest. So, hello, bad guys. So I think I have to ponder on this just a little bit more. I'm going to just kind of cruise around. Oh, there's actually a nice cave right here. Maybe we will, maybe we'll tap into this a little bit, get a few resources. I don't have much for, stuff. Yeah, don't have much for stuff. But we can kind of progress. I want to scope out a little bit more, though. There's a little bit more land and whatnot that we can definitely take a look at and see what's around. Because as much fun as that one would be up on this Alpine, I feel like it's going to be too tedious. And to be honest with you guys, if something's too tedious, it means I'm probably just not going to play it. And this is something that's going to last for a very long time, and I want to play it at all the time. So, you know, I want to have fun, and I want to be enjoying what I'm doing. I don't want to be hindered and you name it. Now, it's something that we could always come back to. Maybe we could come back to and make a chalet or something like that on top of it once we get a jetpack or the angel ring. That's definitely a possibility as well. But I'm going to get a few resources, and I wanted to point out a couple unique things or new things to the FTB Infinity pack here. Now again, all mods are still subject for, you know, removal and all that kind of stuff. The pack is not available. Oh man, what else? What else am I supposed to say? I'm sure there's plenty that I'm supposed to say. But one of the major things that I should probably let you guys know is this. Mechanism is in FTB Infinity. Yes, indeed. So, you can get your mechanism on in an official FTB pack. Hopefully, it makes it the whole way. That's something that I would like to see. But in the meantime, I am going to farm up some goodies here. And, oh, yeah, that's the other thing I need to talk about. There is no ETA. Do not ask. There is no ETA. I'll probably say this at the beginning of every video. There is no ETA. ETA stands for estimated time of arrival. We do not know when this pack will be out yet. Okay? That's the last part, I think. I think we're good now. I think I've covered everything that I wanted to cover. I'm going to keep exploring and see what else is around in this snowy biome. Alright, so I found another mountain. I don't know what it is. I love my mountains. This one, I've kind of cleared up a little bit of the trees and stuff, too. I'm not a huge fan of this steppe biome here, but the rest of them, I really like this surrounding area. I like the fact that mountains are also, like, different levels, different tiers, and whatnot. And what I'm thinking, just off the top of my head, because of the snow and being so high up, I'm kind of thinking like a medieval mountain build, if you know what I mean. And I'm thinking above ground for the most part. So having some sort of a home up here, which would involve a lot of leveling out of this ground and all that kind of stuff. There is a slime thing up there. I also did get this, so we can start to claim some chunks and stuff. Oh wow, we can claim like 100. All right. There is still, as far as I'm aware, the bug with the FTB utilities when you leave. Yeah, that one right there. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Demonstrated perfectly. But yeah, so one of the things, let's see, is there a way? Yeah, I think we can do this. Any pressure plate on top, jump to grind ores. Yep, I think that's what we're going to do. So we need some diorite or other. We definitely need to get mining, but this grinder is going to allow us to double up our ores quite quickly here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm literally just going to start digging down. We're up at Y112. Do I want to do that, or should we just actually climb down? This is the problem with starting on a mountain. always and forever. This is always my problem. I love being on top of mountains. I love being in mountains when I play this game. But, yeah, the first day of mining, setting up that mine is a huge, huge struggle. So, yeah, you know what? I think I'm just going to go straight down. I might as well, right? Yeah, might as well. We'll go straight down right here and figure it out. I'm going to need a couple of things, though. We are definitely going to need a shovel. We got some of this jacaranda wood. Okay, we'll do that and that. Good. Should we... Should we look into tinkers? Should we look into tinkers? Let's look into tinkers. Let's get some tinkers stuff. I think that's a good way to go. So the first thing that I want to get is we are going to need a shovel head. I'm probably just going cheap, so we're just going stone. I also am going to need tool rods, and I might just go stone. Okay. I don't have any bone. Bone would be nice. I don't really have anything else. We could... Yeah, I don't really have anything else. So I think we're just going to go with wood, even though I hate, and I mean I hate the fact that it hits you. It drives me bonkers. I couldn't tell you how many times I've been scared of that thing. It's ridiculous. All right, let's do this. Let's get ourselves some of this going. Let's go like that. This will give us the patterns for Tinker's Construct. Very good. Always need lots of those, so I'm not too concerned. That's going to give us our part builder. If we put it around a chest, that'll give us our pattern chest. Very good. We need one around a crafting table. Good. That'll give us our tool station. And last but not least is, I believe, a wood plank. Like so. Oh god, that's going to annoy everybody. It's fine. It's fine. All right. So we have the crafting station already there. So let's do this. We need our pattern chest. We'll just put it down right back here. Good. That's going to hold all of our goodies. We will do that and stencil table. Very nice. All right. The blank patterns in the stencil table. And we're going to basically get all of the stencils that we require. I'm going to keep it pretty basic to start out with for the most part, and then we can expand on from there. Sharpening kits, very, very useful, let me just tell you. There we go, and you can access it all just up here. So equally, we can get some of this cobblestone out, and we can go into our part builder, and we can select... Why is it not letting me select a thing? Why can't I... Does that still have to be adjacent? Let's find out. Let's find out. Part builder. Tool station. Now is it letting me? Yeah, now I can see them. Okay. Didn't know that. Alright, so first thing first, I'm going to get a stone shovel. I also want to get a stone pickaxe. And let's get a stone hatchet as well. In the tool station here, you can view the tools and what they require. Shovels and axes do require bindings now, which is definitely something that you need to be concerned about. Bindings are pretty straightforward. Paper's actually a pretty good binding, because it does give you an extra modifier. But to do paper is, I believe it's a little expensive at this point in time. I'm probably just going to go with stone at this point, because a lot of the other materials I just don't have. So we'll just get some stone going, and that's probably going to be the easiest way to do this. So we'll go like this. We'll get a binding. All right, and we are already out of the wood. Beautiful. Just what we wanted to see. All right, good. Let's get some sticks prepared. Oh, I already had some. Let's get our tool rods. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One for that, one for that, and one for that. 2 sticks per for one of those. Each stick is considered a half quantity. All right, so boom, boom, and boom is going to be our pickaxe. Very nice and very straightforward and simple. The best thing about these is you can just repair them with simple stone overall, right? Now, we could do a mattock. I think I'm going to avoid the mattock this time. I think I'm going to avoid the mattock. Yeah, I'm going to. I don't think it's going to be as useful. Mattocks, I usually like going with mattocks, but not this time. Not this time. So I'm just going to dig out a little section here, and I'm going to start digging down, just like so, until we hit stone. Even better. Good, because I need more. All right, that's going to give us at least one more stone binding. Good, good, got it. And let's get ourselves the shovel, because I have a feeling that we're going to run into issues with that. So, shovel. I don't usually make a shovel, actually, but I think this is a good playthrough to do so this time. I don't know why, but I'm pretty sure it's a good one. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I'm just going to start digging down. We don't have to make the hatchet, obviously, right now, because we are currently digging into the earth, and we are good to go. A couple of quick things about changes in 10.2. That's probably what I'm going to call it, just to let you guys know. 10.2, just drop the 1 at the beginning, is usually a pretty decent way to go. But what we do, one thing is you have an offhand here. And in the offhand, you can put things like a shield. That's a very useful thing in it. You can also put blocks, you can put torches, but that's your left hand, as you can see. Unless you've switched that to be your right hand as your offhand, which you can do in the options menu of Minecraft. All right, but it's kind of nice because you have the whole right-click functionality that you used to have with Tinkers, but it's no longer Tinkers actually doing it. And I can demonstrate by being freehand here, and you can still place the torch. All right, with the right-click-erino. There we go. Look at this. See, I'm so glad right now. So glad that I made this shovel, because me and gravel, do not get along usually. So I'm very happy that I have this shovel to power through some of that gravel. That is great. Yeah, you. That's what I'm talking to you. All right, good. I'm going to keep building this staircase because, well, that's basically what I need to do because I'm building on a mountain. So I'm going to build this staircase and do a little bit of mining and such and gathering, and maybe we can start maybe a little bit of a leveling upstairs and try to get some of that done. And I also want to get that grinder so that we can start doubling our ores before we cook them. Alright, so I'm almost all the way down. I think I'm at like Y14 or something like that. It's crazy long. But let's get our grinder. Let's give this thing a try from Neotech. I just want to see what this guy's like. See that what I'm making is useful or not. Alright, so we got that like that. Good. Let's put in our iron. Okay, it's in the grinder, right? And I literally just jump. Jumping. Yeah, okay. Apparently it makes iron grit from immersive engineering. I'm not sure. I hope most of the metals are together, but I wouldn't be surprised if they're not, or if there's some sort of, straightforward metal type. In the world, from what I've seen, it looks like we have the industrial craft tin and copper. What do you guys think? What should we go with to start this time? Should we do industrial craft? Maybe we should. You know what? It's been a while since I've started flat out with industrial craft. See, this is kind of fun. You get to view the entire area while you do this, right? And yes, I'm spinning myself. It's entertainment, people. This is what we must do for additional resources. It's a requirement. All right, good. Actually, hold on. shucks. Okay. My favorite mod, one of my new favorite mods is not in the pack. That's alright. That happens. Oh my. I did not want to cook that much. Alright, go. Go, iron. Go. Alright, so that should give us a little bit of iron, which is good. And then we can also do the same with the copper and stuff. We are also getting osmium. Now, osmium is kind of nice because what we can do with osmium very early on is some pretty good items. And one of them is the armor. Osmium armor is quite strong overall. I believe it's a little bit better than the iron, and it lasts longer as well. Plus, we're up on a hill. We're pretty high up. We could look at some wind generators. And there is also pickaxes and tools that we can do for osmium as well. And a sword. 8 attack damage. 5 attack damage. Yeah. So osmium's pretty good for a lot of things early on. And then, of course, we're going to need it as we branch out into mechanism, which we will be doing at some point in time. Being able to get 5 times your ores is just way too worth it, and I can't even consider not getting that. So we have our crusher. Did that need to grind something? Oh. Never mind. It's fine. All right. So we have our crusher. We have some basic tinker stuff set up. We have a little bit of a mine that takes about 3 minutes to scale up and down. And we're in an extreme hill, so we should be getting emerald quite a bit. I didn't find any additional clay or anything like that. We should probably look to get into some tinker smeltery pretty early on, so I might have to venture down. What I might do is I might actually go down our little mine here and do just a branch out at Y63 in the north direction, and it should come out into this steppe biome over there, which hopefully we can find some items. There we go. We got the hardware. And the first thing I want to do is get an iron pickaxe. Now, this is going to be for mining our redstone, lapis, and all that kind of stuff. The next thing, of course, buckets. Always useful. Always needed. Always good. All right. I'm going to leave the rest here. It's going to cook. I think I'm going to go look for a little bit of sand and gravel and whatnot. And I'm going to also double check the timing on the video. See where we're at, because yeah, I have a feeling that we are basically almost at wrapping up point, and I want to make sure that the first video is perfect. Alright, so after a bit of hunting and, finding things, I did manage to get some stuff to get some grout here. Now that's going to give us 2 stacks, which is pretty darn impressive, if you ask me. So that should give us that. That's good. So 8 and 8. All right. That should be fine. I'm going to need another furnace here. I probably should get a better furnace, but that's okay. This will at least just speed things up a little bit with the grout. So the grout is going to turn into seared bricks, and seared bricks are what we're going to need to make everything for our smeltery, or at least that's the goal here of this episode. Quick note as well, I do love making another tool station and taking it down with me, so I do have one down there in the basement, just for repairs of Tinker's stuff. One other quick note is I'm going to need some sort of food and food source, because we do not really have any food up here, and going up and down this thing is taking a lot, and I mean a lot of food away from me. So I'm definitely going to be making longer trips in the future. I've been going up and down quite a bit just to finish up this video. But basically what I'm doing here is I'm going to break grass and all that kind of stuff. Get a few seeds, which is good. We also got a old root from roots, which allows us to start into the roots section of things. And yeah, So just see what I can get. Is there still a chance for ender lily seeds? I don't remember. I don't recall. It could have been changed too. I believe ender lily seeds are a chance from ender lily right there. Yeah, chance from grass. Oh, 0%. Okay. So I guess we can only find them in chests. That's all right. We will find some of those as well, or go to the end, basically, which is another option. So we need to get some food and whatnot set up. We do have this frost garden up here, which could come in handy. And I did manage to find a few other things while we're out there. We do still have some backup food. We have a pumpkin. Very, very useful, which I plan on turning into pumpkin seeds so that we can get more pumpkins and get all that growing as well. You know what? Let's just do it right now. Let's work on it right now while we're here. Might as well, right? So let's go into here. What do we need? I guess in here, the only hoe that they have is the mattock, eh? Well, you know what? We can do that. Let's make the mattock just for the hoe capabilities instead of actually making, you know, all the other stuff. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. All right. Yeah, you're kind of annoying me. Okay. Well, we got a lot of wooden stuff. It's fine. It's fine. No big deal. Okay, now we're going to need a shovel head and an axe head. Good. Let's quickly make ourselves the mattock. This will allow us to hoe the earth and all that kind of stuff. I know I'm so original on my names here, but yeah. Time to farm. Good. We're good there. One of the problems that we're going to have farming up here is the water might freeze. That could be a thing. So that's something we'll have to consider. But we do have some seared bricks here, so let's start this process. So the first thing that we're going to need is a smeltery controller. Hands down, that is the #1 item that we will require. The next one that we are going to want is, I'm going to want 9 seared bricks. I normally like to make a 3x3 smeltery. I still do. I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. That's kind of what I prefer. So that's what we're going to make. So I'm going to set it up just right here. This is why you make the shovel, right? You see? Look at that. Easy clear of this dirt, which we're going to have a lot of it to clear out because all of this is going to change at some point in time. Okay, so there's our base. Good. And then I want to have the controller right there. This guy we're going to just move. You know what? It can go right there, actually. Just over by 1 block. Good. Get a little bit more of this stuff. We're going to need a drain. Good. And out of that drain, we're going to need a faucet as well. So the drain, we will put over... you know what? We'll put it right over here. We got a natural terrain drop here. So we're going to place the drain like so with the faucet on it. That's going to do it. See ya. See ya, Thomas. Have a nice one. Great person, by the way. Fantastic, fantastic individual. And then what else are we going to need? We're going to need more seared bricks and... oh, that's right. We're going to need a piece of glass. So I'm going to wait till these finish cooking. These furnaces are dreadfully slow. And we will finish up all the rest of this stuff that we need for our smeltery. Alright, so the last piece that I need is a piece of glass. Come on now. There we go. 1 piece is all that's required. That is going to give us the seared tank. Other than that, we need to get ourselves a basin and a casting table, just like so. And I think we are good to go. So the tank is going to go there, and boom, we have completed the structure, and we have our smeltery. Very nice. The casting table is going to go there, and the basin right there, both using the same drain, which is really nice, and you can kind of capitalize on a little bit of that. We do not want to smelt down our bucket. We want to add lava into it so that we actually have a fuel source. Now, one of the best things about this is pretty straightforward. This will double your ores as well. So we can simply start crafting up iron, etc. All right, that is definitely something that we can do. The problem with that is, well, we don't have any way to get it into ingots. We do have a way, though, to get it into the casting basin to form a block. So right out of the get-go, the crafting basin is probably better for you. We could use clay. That is a thing. But it only has a one-time use and is really inefficient if that's what you're doing for your ingots, your ingot processing. I really wouldn't recommend it at all. But for tools and stuff, it's not a bad way to go in the slightest. All right, we got a lot of wood from that chopping of the tree. That was great. I love spruce for that. The 2x2 spruce is just amazing for all of those goodies. So as you can see, we have 2 blocks of iron in there. We can just throw them in the faucet like so, and it will start to fill this guy up. It's a little bit slow, you know, it's not speedy or anything like that. You're literally just pouring out of a little hole and a tap, basically. And then one of the new changes to Tinkers is it takes the process of hardening the item. All right, so that's the other thing as well. Now, one quick change is, oh, is it in here? There's no aluminum, though. Is there? I didn't think that there was aluminum in this. You know what? There is. There is aluminum in this. So, molten aluminum brass is going to be very good for us, indeed. We need to get some bauxite. We need some bauxite, and I'm pretty sure we can still make casts out of that. Blank cast. Gold. 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 I'm only seeing gold. Uh-oh. No, maybe aluminum brass isn't a thing anymore. Maybe it is only gold now. Yeah, it might be. Yeah, it looks like it's only gold. So I need to find gold before we can do anything else. But that is a great way to double up our iron as well if we want to avoid using those furnaces. But it is going to obviously require some beautiful, beautiful lava, which, you know, we have a decent source of, but it runs out faster than we realize every time. All right, that's going to be it for the first episode. I feel like we did quite a bit. I feel like we got a lot done. I honestly do. There's quite a bit that I need to do between now and the next episode to make sure that we are nice and prepared. And one of those is, now that we have buckets, we can get water and try to get a farm up here. I think that's one of my next strategies as well. Like I said, we might have some problems with ice. Shouldn't really be an issue. We can solve it with a simple torch just to keep it from, you know, freezing over and all that kind of stuff for now, at least until we move it or place it some other place under better protection. But anyways, I think that's it for this episode. Make sure you leave a like, make sure you subscribe. I'm probably one of the only people uploading this series at the moment, and yeah, so make sure you like that video. Make sure you swing by for the next episode. Really would love to see you there. And tell your friends. Tell your friends. We are testing. And we are doing wonderful things here. So, bye-bye for now. See you later.